The Republican Senator Dave McCormick coming fresh off last week's Pennsylvania Defense and Innovation Summit, securing $10 billion in new investments for his state. The U.S. Senator Dave McCormick joins us now for more. Good morning, sir. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Let's talk about the nature of this challenge. And the character of the challenge defensively has changed as well. And the Middle East is a fantastic example of that this morning. What do we need to change when we think about the kind of investments that need to be made in this country?
Well, there's three big changes that have happened. One, the world's getting more dangerous. Two, the nature of warfare is changing dramatically with drones, autonomy, AI. And third, we've had apathy within our defense ecosystem. So we need to introduce new players into our defense ecosystem, drone manufacturers and all sorts of other unique capabilities. And we need to change the way we procure defense systems. So it needs to be much faster. It needs to be much more competitive. We need to constantly be innovating. And so the focus of the summit was to bring together the traditional industrial base. We've gone from to 1% of global shipbuilding. So we need to go back to the core industrial base, but introduce all these new technologies into the mix. So the goal of that was to bring those players together, have the president, have his cabinet there, have all the major primes, all the emerging technologies, all the big investors, because you need the capital, and talk about ways to move forward in accelerating our ability to man the battlefield with this next generation of weapons.
Senator, it's an important conversation to have now because we are relying on inventories when it comes to the war in the Middle East. All that has been given in terms of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Where are we on defense inventories?
Well, I think we're adequate in terms of being able to continue to conduct military operations, but there's no doubt that we need to ramp up our production capacity. Let me just give you an example. In Ukraine, they make 10,000 drones a day. We have nowhere near that manufacturing capacity here at home. So we need to ramp up that manufacturing capacity in shipbuilding, as another example. In Philadelphia Shipyard, we build one ship a year. We need to go to 20, which we're doing over the next 5 years. So we've let ourselves become more dependent on others, and we've let ourselves locked into looking backwards at last year's or 30-year-old platforms as opposed to embracing this next generation of technology.
When it comes to the next generation of technology, when it comes to the Iran war, we even heard from Palantir executives, this is going to be the first war that really was conducted by AI. Are you concerned that China is building a model like Kimi K3 off of our technology?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, China has a tradition of stealing our intellectual property and using that to their advantage. That's why we need to continue to do all the things necessary to lead in the AI race. I always like to say that I'd rather have our hand than China's hand, but it depends on what we do. So we need to embrace the compute capacity and the energy capacity needed to be in the lead. We need to make sure we don't overly constrain our innovators, because this is really the most important technology race of our lifetimes.
And we are throwing tons of capital at it.
We're throwing tons of capital.
And that's what's different about this moment, I think, for Treasury. And I want to make that pivot. I think it's important. The military costs a lot of money. We know that. And the deficit wasn't a problem because we didn't see the biggest companies on the planet raising the capital to the extent they are now. And you start to see these moves, and you're in a fantastic seat. And I mentioned this earlier on the program. You're in many ways the perfect seat because you bring to the Senate experience on both the geopolitics, the cost of war, and Wall Street, how you finance it. Are you starting to get concerned about what's happening with the bond market here at these levels? And if not, when?
Well, listen, we are in uncharted territory. I think last time I was here, we talked about this. We've got a couple things going on. We're in the middle of this geopolitical shock with what's happening in the Middle East, and we're also in the biggest capital boom and productivity wave that we've ever seen. So I think we're digesting both things at the same time. And we talked about my friend Kevin Warsh now in this unique position because he has these inflationary pressures coming, but we also have this huge productivity boom coming. And I think he's wisely said we're going to launch these committees. We're going to figure out how we're going to think about the models for the future. And he's also talked in, I think, very convincing ways about the need to guard against inflation. And so I think for the foreseeable future, we've got all these factors, and we need to just keep our powder dry.
Do you think he should hike next week?
I think we should keep our powder dry.
That means hold.
Well, listen, I'm unfortunately not in that position because
Senator Warren, your colleague from Massachusetts, has no problem calling out the Federal Reserve. You're in a position where you can say what you think.
Yeah, listen, I think given all those factors and uncertainty, I would like to see interest rates stay where they are.
Senator, it's good to see you. Appreciate
it. Good to see you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Senator Dave McCormick of Pennsylvania on military, defense, and the cost of war, and what it means for this bond market too.
Yeah.